The government of Kenya in 2026, April this year, stated that there is a new system that will allow the processing of identification cards to be faster. Is that really what's been going on? No. As of now, there are approximately 400,000 uncollected identification cards because the process is slow, per se. I have a relative, and we all have people within this country who have been going to their registration centers and have been told multiple times to go after 2 weeks. My relative personally has gone 3 times, and each of those 3 times she's been told come back after 2 weeks each. So 2 times 3, those are 6 weeks. She's been told to do that. And you have to understand that there's a certain importance in identification cards. These students will be going, these people who want their identification cards means they have not yet reached higher education. They need those particular identification cards when they reach college because it is impractical to go to a higher educational institution without an identification card, regardless of whether you are a citizen of Kenya or not. You need an identification card. So what is really going on? Well, the government's answer to this, which sounds a little bit reasonable if you look at it lightly, the government's answer to this is the fact that this management system that was supposed to make the processing of these identification cards faster has not yet reached to other registration centers within the entire country. And of course, with these vague answers, there is now speculations. And the most prominent speculation is the fact that the government is deliberately delaying the issuance of identification cards because of the fact that they want to secure a political position in the 2027 general elections. You can't blame this speculation. Why? Because literally we're 1 year away or some months away from the general elections within the country, right? Now, this one has been alleged by the opposition, particularly the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. This has been alleged by him. Why? Well, it seems obvious to them. It seems obvious to have this particular speculation because, as I've said, we are a few months away from the general elections. But has it been proven? Now, the actual statement is the fact that the government has actually, there are some people, yes, we cannot deny the fact that there are some people who have received their identification cards. But the allegement is that the government is delaying the issuance of identification cards in particular regions within the nation that are supporting the opposition, right? That is the main alleged statement, right? Now, what is the proof? Let's be honest, there is no evidence. This is just testimony. It's just one piece of evidence that cannot yet be confirmed. So we cannot yet make a conclusion, a sound conclusion out of this. We cannot say that what the government is saying is incorrect or a lie, and we cannot say what the opposition is saying is a lie. What we ought to do is just sit on the fence. But of course, we have to try to understand the accountability of the government at this point. We have to also try to understand the transparency. Do they have transparency in any way? Do they have accountability? That is the question you should ask yourself when it comes to this particular topic.